Hello, everyone. My name is Josh, and this is the Skype for Business recap. It is Monday, second Monday in a row now for the Skype for Business recap, and we'll see. We'll see if Monday is that magic day or not. I don't know. If I make Monday the magic day, here's the thing: if I commit to a day, then I'm worried I'll start having something will come up very pretty often. Mondays will start getting bad for me. I'll be releasing on Tuesday and Wednesday. I don't want to go down that road, but I need to try to find some sort of stability here. So for the moment, Mondays are working the last couple days or last couple weeks. So let's go with that. Okay, we've got a few good topics today to chat about. You'll see kind of previews of what they are on the board back here, handy dandy whiteboard. And we're going to jump into our infinity screen in a second to start digging into each of those topics. Okay, let's do that. Let's jump over there. Infinity screen. All right. And browser. Here we go. For starters, you might be looking at this thinking, didn't you talk about this last week? Martin Boehm did a great little post here on the announcement of the previews for PSTN Calling for both Germany and Belgium. So last week I talked about Germany, and I only said it was a Germany preview. And I don't know how, but I somehow missed the fact that Belgium was included in this new preview release as well. So, very exciting news for those in both Germany and Belgium. Congratulations to both countries. And for those of you that live there or have clients there, now is the time to head over to skypepreview.com, sign their tenant up, and get started on the preview. Get started playing around with Cloud PBX and PSTN calling. You will enjoy the world you are about to immerse yourself in. At least, in my opinion, you will. Great product. Glad to see that it is spreading throughout EMEA a bit more. Okay, so now that I've started out with fixing what should have been a more complete announcement last week of Germany and Belgium, let's move on to the next news. Oh, and thank you, Martin, for putting this post together. This is a fairly short post because there's really not much to say about this. I mean, he's put the requirements on here for us. You need to meet these requirements to sign up for each of these if you live in either of these countries. And then you need to get started, obviously, at skypepreview.com. But thank you for putting this all together, Martin. Appreciate the hard work and staying on top of things as always. Okay, next up, let's head over to the Microsoft Tech community here. And on the Skype for Business blog, we have a post by Charmaine Lee, and it is about the June Insider Fast release, okay, for Skype for Business on Mac. If you may be wondering, wait, what about the May one? It seems like it's been a while since we've seen one of these. They were hitting such regular cadence. Um, they took a brief break. They say, due to quality concerns, we have skipped our May release and are focusing our effort on a great June release. And that's good news. You know, we don't want to rush things. We don't want them to rush things. We want to make sure we get where we need to get in a timely manner, but in a correct and well-functioning manner, right? So that's what they are doing here. What's new in this Office Insider release? A number of things. We've got users now being able to join non-federated meetings directly from Skype for Business rather than going to the browser for that. New Contacts tab shows who has already added you to their list. So that you can go and say, oh, yeah, I chatted with them earlier. I should probably add them to my list too. I do this all the time. I talk with someone new. I mean to add them to my contact list and just forget to. And then a little while later, I'll have a little notification showing that I have been added to their contact list. And that's my reminder to add them. So I'm glad to see this has worked its way over to the Mac side. Users can now join a Microsoft Teams meeting directly from the Meetings tab. That is super cool to see that Teams integration even making its way over to the Mac client. Users can close the on-hold overlay while in a meeting. Okay. This part I really like, and I think it's really cool, and I hope we get this option on the Windows side soon. If it's on Windows and I just have completely been living under a rock, someone needs to throw that rock at me and let me know that's already there. But this layout looks awesome. Users can view screen sharing or PowerPoint presentations side by side with the active speaker. I love this because even though it's okay to have the little overlay of the speaker's video over the presentation that you're looking at, once in a while, not too often, but once in a while, that little spot where the overlay is has some data that needs to be looked at, or a part of the presentation is down there in that one spot. And you can't see it because of this stupid video, and it just drives you nuts. And this kind of solves that. I mean, you have the give and take of, okay, but you have a smaller screen area for the actual presentation. That may or may not work in some scenarios, but you're getting a full view of the speaker at all times, and you're seeing your entire presentation, which is helpful. So I think that's cool. Hope that option comes the Windows way pretty soon as well. And then touch bar support for various functionalities for all you Mackie types out there. Last but not least, if you're like, what is the Windows Office Insider, Fast Track, whatever that this thing is part of? I want to get on that. I want to see these features as they're coming out. Here you go, a link. Check it out, read up on it, sign up. We'll do all that fun stuff. And hopefully you too can be part of this early release fun. All right, moving on to the next thing. Mike, who didn't realize that Microsoft Ignite was pretty much right around the corner? I mean, this year has flown by. It's going to be in September this year, the same dates as last year, actually, end of September. But we are mid-June right now. We're almost in July. And once we're in July, there is only one more month between us and September. And then Ignite is here. I can't believe it's that close. Now, I don't know if I'll be there or not, but if I'm not at the conference, I will at least be hanging out outside of the conference for a couple of the after party deals there. So be sure to let me know if you want to catch up and where you're going to be, and hopefully we can hang out either in conference or outside of it, however that pans out. But I'm looking forward to it this year, and whether I get to see some of these sessions in person or online, they're going to be some good sessions. There are only 34 of them, as Tom talks about here. Tom talks, yeah, but Tom Arbuthnot, Office Servers and Services MVP, put together a great blog post highlighting the fact that there are 34 Skype for Business related sessions, including Skype for Business Server vNext. So that's not a huge amount of sessions. But he put together a short list of what he thinks are going to be some of the ones to focus on, some of the bigger ones. And I frankly would have to agree with this list. It's a great collection of really where you want to put your focus if you're planning out your Skype for Business sessions. The first one, and I with you there, Tom, plan your UC refresh correctly, Skype for Business on-premises vNext. You've had people speculating for a while, is there even going to be another server version for Skype for Business? What does Teams mean for it and Office 365? Here's your answer. There is a vNext, and Microsoft is already at Ignite talking about how you need to start planning for it. So attend that session. That's going to be a good one. And if you're not going to be there, watch the session. That's definitely going to be one you want to catch up on. Is the Cloud PBX right for you? Generic Cloud PBX one, you gotta have expected that's going to be there. Call queues and auto attendant, a deep dive including hybrid scenarios. Another great session that I want to make sure I catch up on. Transferring your numbers to Skype for Business, having something on porting there. Call quality management for Skype for Business and Microsoft Teams. Very good session to pay attention to, especially if you're a Skype for Business customer and starting to wade into Teams and call quality is somewhat of an issue in your org. That will be a good one to watch. And then an ABC, how we moved our company to the Microsoft Cloud PBX. So kind of a customer success story one there. Kind of usually have one or two of those as well. So he just gave us a few. Tom, thank you for taking the time to go through that list of 43 sessions and put together these recommended sessions out of all those. And if you are planning on being there or not sure yet or hadn't even thought about it yet, again, Ignite is around the corner. Time to start thinking about that and getting your plans lined up. And hopefully we'll get to see some of you there. Lastly, but not least, I found this shared on Twitter by Graham Hosking over at Microsoft, and he had tweeted a link to this out. I was not familiar with edX.org, and apparently they have a whole bunch of free training. It's like legitimately free and good training courses. There are a number, 9 results that come up actually when you search for Skype for Business. A number of these related to Skype for Business. One of these may not be that related, but it probably has the keyword in there somewhere. Great courses. I went and signed up for free before doing this recording and enrolled in one of these courses just to see what the layout was like. You've got your syllabus, you've got an introduction, you've got a how-to on the course. There are labs, and they are meant to prep you for the actual certification exams, and they're free. You can pay $49 to get a certificate at the end of it all, pretty much. And they're just certifying that you've gone through the course, you met all the objectives, you did the test, and you came out with a positive score. So, 49 bucks, maybe it's something your employer would like you to do. Not a bad price, but if you want to do it for free, just to prep yourself for the exams or just to learn, these look like great courses and they are a great free resource. Check out this link, sign up, and have at it. I am going to be diving into this. This stuff looks awesome. And whether it's refreshers or stuff that I just need to get bolstered on, this is a great resource. Anything free is often something to check out at least, but this looks like you're getting a good quality product here without having to pay for it at all. So, very, very good resource. Thanks for sharing that, Graham. Oh, my Outlook account settings are out of date, in case any of you were wondering. All right, moving back over to our Infinity screen and back to the main window here. That's the show for today, guys. That's it. That's all I've got. Thank you for joining me once again and watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. If it was either of those things or amusing, make sure you share it, retweet it, whatever the verb is for dispersing the information on your social media outlet of choice. Please put it out there, and I appreciate your support and, of course, feedback. If you've got feedback, drop me a note, Josh at get-csjosh.com, or you can leave a comment on the YouTube video, or you can find me on Twitter at getcsjosh and talk to me there. I love feedback or just meeting new people, so don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. We'll see you back here possibly next Monday. So, in the meantime, adios.